Hi, we're Lynn
and Nisha,
and you're watching BTS MVP. Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we choose our favorite moments and our favorite members for each of their biggest hits. We've been away for a couple of weeks because we had a bit of a setback. We filmed the whole episode on today's song, and unfortunately, all of the footage had no sound, and we're not even really sure why. It was a little discouraging, and between that and all the concerts, the Seoul concerts, watching them live and then watching them in replay.
Getting my wisdom teeth removed.
That's true. Nisha had surgery. It's been a busy couple of weeks, but we're back. We're refilming this episode.
We can do it.
And it's going to be okay. So in the last episode, we did have a drink of the day, and it was our cold brew. We've had this one on the show before.
Yes. Which I remember disliking. However, you really liked it, so we brought it back. Yeah. I had the hot brew, which tasted really good, and I enjoyed much more.
This is what Nisha had to say about the hot brew. I really like it. It's delicious. It's just like the little cans would drink.
I always like the cold brew. Suga said it's like acid down my throat, and he was right. I love it. My Yoongi man, it was perfect.
So we're out of these two now, but we did try them and would recommend them both. I would
recommend the hot latte one.
The latte one is like a really sweet, creamy drink. It's fun to drink.
I could not, in good conscience, recommend the cold brew. It feels like it's poisoning my heart.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I feel my heart dying.
It's true, but every sip I just feel like
death. 1 second closer to death. Removed 10 years off my lifespan.
But it's such a good death. It's the best way to die. Shall we talk about the lost song?
The lost song.
All right. Today's song for the second time around is Telepathy from their album B. Not technically a single, but I do feel like it was a song that got a lot of promotion because they performed it live quite a few places. It is sort of a love song to ARMY. It is don't miss us too much because we're always together in spirit. I love this song. It's a great deal.
A good message.
Yes, this song is definitely in my top 10. Is it even in my top 5? It's possible.
I think so.
We're in complete agreement this week.
Complete agreement.
So let's talk about our honorable mentions. We've got two. Who you got?
We
got. That's right.
We.
Okay, stop touching me.
First honorable mention. Of course, it's Jungkook. You can't have the song without him.
JK is an honorable mention for me as well.
Yes.
He has nice vocals throughout.
Lovely vocals.
But for me, it's all about the one thing, which is the humming.
I kind of hate it.
No.
It's so annoying.
No.
The song already. I'm with Suga on this. If Jungkook came up to you and was like, "Can I just hum for a bit?" I'd be like, "Sure," and then I'd cut it from the song.
You know Suga could never do that to his babies.
He's weak.
No, that's right. He was gonna let JK do whatever he wanted.
I'm just saying. I personally wouldn't have hated it if the song ended at like the 2-minute mark.
I really vibe on the humming. There is a lot about this song that is unusual structure-wise.
Yes.
And the 1 minute of humming at the end is one of the things that really makes it different. Different from other BTS songs and different from a lot of other pop songs that you might hear. So it really stands out for me. And I love the fact that JK wanted to do it and Suga couldn't say no. And I love the fact that JK just like
went ham.
I'm just gonna hum away and we'll see what happens. Yeah. It's one of my favorite parts of this song.
I really like his interactions with J-Hope. Him and J-Hope have a cute little back and forth part where he sort of repeats the end bit of J-Hope's lines, and it's super cute, and I love a good repeaty thing with another member.
I like it when, any two members harmonize or work together, but there is something about the JK J-Hope combination that is
so good.
especially magic.
So good.
I mean, we're biased because that part in Wings
So good.
is one of our most
literally the best
favorite
thing
moments
I've ever heard.
Yeah, agreed. And so this is like a nice little echo of that. And yeah, definitely a nice moment for both of them. So our other honorable mention is... Didn't I say that?
Yeah. I'm just highlighting it because we're never in agreement.
I know,
we have
it's
to find
crazy.
something to argue about.
It is crazy. All right. Our other honorable mention is RM. Because I really like his rap in this song.
It's a good rap. It's a good rap.
I mean, don't you feel like it's always a good rap?
It's always a good rap. Like, this is a great rap.
When I was looking at the Rolling Stone list of the 100 songs, it was astonishing to me how even in their
that's a good song.
Yeah, even
that's
in their
a good song.
most remote B-side or like some like song that they made for like a soundtrack or something, RM's raps are always on point.
On point.
Like he does not sleep through anything. He puts his heart and his soul into whatever. I feel like if you are gonna have a guest artist on your track, you want to get RM, man. I love all of RM's rap, and it's very sweet and it's very tender and caring, which is something I would say in general about Telepathy. But for me, it's all about the final line where he says, "Can I be your Billy Hills, like you did the same for me?"
And why doesn't he say Beverly?
He says Billy because it's a pun that only people who know both Korean and English will be able to get, apparently. Billy is like a play on a Korean phrase that means, can I support you? Can I be like a shoulder for you to lean on? But of course it sounds like Beverly Hills, but it's actually Billy Hills.
Wow.
And yeah, no, he's
That's
like,
crazy.
he has such a big brain. I don't know.
Brain.
And then he wraps it all up by saying, baby. And I gotta tell
Wow, the OG.
you, we love it when any member says baby. And we love it especially when RM says baby. And this baby
original.
is my favorite of all the babies.
Favorite, you're just gonna go ahead and say
It is my
You're just gonna go out there and say it.
Yes.
Oh, can I be your Beverly Hills like you did the same to me?
All right.
Who is the MVP?
Well, the MVP of Telepathy is Suga. I wonder if that's one reason why I love this song so much.
Wow, your bias being the MVP of this song.
It doesn't hurt. I gotta tell you, it does not hurt.
Who would have thought that made the song better?
Okay, so this is a Suga song in that he was the one who wrote it initially and brought it to BTS, which always
while ago
affects me a lot. But also, I love the opening part where he sings. Like, that's...
We love it when the rap line sings.
I love it when the rap line
when
sings.
the vocal line raps.
That's right. So Suga sings.
Yes.
So one thing I really love about Telepathy, which is very unusual, is that it starts with the chorus.
Yes.
And it's not like that's
It's
never
not very
happened
unusual,
before,
yeah.
but it is an unusual structure for a song. Of course, the vocal line sings the chorus, but you might not realize that Suga also sings the chorus every time.
Get them background vocals.
It's usually JK, Jimin, and Suga all singing together with a little hint of Adora in there.
매번 같은 하루들 중에 너를 만날 때 가장 난 행복해 매번 다른 일상들 속에 너란 사람은 내게 가장 특별해.
I really like that the style of the song is sort of more Suga. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
How his songs are sort of more electronica and not real instruments.
No, I agree.
that, but then didn't he have a hand in making Black Swan? Who was the lead on Black Swan? Would you say?
I would say it is an RM song. I mean, it's a collaborative song, but it's RM's idea. When it comes to instrumentality like that, like what sounds are we going to introduce here, I think it has a lot to do with who's producing it. So I wouldn't be surprised if RM and Suga come with a lot of ideas on that front because they have a producing background. But I think if they're working with like P-Dog or even like a third party person,
instruments are going to be from Suga, which is not something bad about a song. I like an electronic song, you know? It's very keyboardy and it's cool and it's fun.
Yeah.
And it just says really Suga to me.
It's weird how this song is like full of soft, comforting words, but also super danceable and also super comforting. It's like all the things in one song.
It's sort of like Best of Me.
Yeah.
Absolute banger, could dance to it all night. Literally the most romantic song ever.
I know, like how?
Why are you being multiple things?
Fun facts. First fun fact. About Telepathy that the Korean name of this song is not Telepathy. The Korean name of this song is Jamshi, which means just briefly or for a moment.
Which they do say in the song.
They do. Jungkook says it just before the first chorus. He says, even if we can't be together for a moment, Jamshi. And that's lovely. I always wonder why they choose to have two different titles, but RM has said that in cases where that happens, it's because they both have some sort of meaning towards the song, right? And so I think when you put them together, we have telepathy in the sense of a remote connection that keeps our hearts close, even if we can't be together. And that this separation is just for a moment. And both of those things together give you that comfort feeling that this song has. What do you got for fun facts?
Well, I have some stuff to talk about the live performances, which is why I almost picked J-Hope as an honorable mention. Both him and Jimin harmonize on J-Hope's first line when they're live.
I love that.
He also gets a part of the last chorus, which is sung by only Jungkook in the live recording.
In the actual recording,
yeah. But when live, J-Hope gets a part, and I love it when he sings.
I do love it when J-Hope sings.
Such a pretty voice.
And I also find it interesting when they choose to
switch it up
for live performances. I think that probably has something to do with whoever is available.
Or maybe even personal opinions or regrets that they had. Such
I
as
wonder that too.
Their Microcosmos performances.
If only we could say hey.
Why didn't we say hey in the recording? Oh, we should have done that. Let's do it when we perform live every single time.
That's right. Anyway, so yeah, that's really nice. So something to watch for live. Some of my favorite live performances, I love the version that they did on MTV Unplugged. That was probably my favorite.
Made of dances,
live.
Set.
Yes, exactly.
Expensive clothing.
Oh my God.
All the Donald Ducks.
Yeah. It looks like so cute and funsy, like it just came from Walmart.
Disney World.
But no, it did not just come from Walmart.
Designer, bro.
Yeah, it's like a $1,500 t-shirts on all of them. Jesus. Their clothing budget is really like getting out of hand, except that they probably get all that stuff for free. Yeah. Because people want them to wear it.
Hey, BTS wants to wear your Donald Duck merch. And they're like, take it all.
And of course, they perform this song at all of the Permission to Dance concerts. And during Telepathy is the time when they go out on those carts and do the little loop of the first floor.
And you saw them, didn't you?
I did see them in Los Angeles. Yeah, I was close enough. I gotta tell you.
It's real nice.
I'm sorry, okay? It's really mind-numbing when they come around like that.
Mind-numbing?
Like, you can't process what's happening in front of you. Like, the whole time it was happening, I was like, that is Suga, and he's like right there, and he's like 100 feet away from you. But my brain was like, no, that's not possible. What are you even saying right now?
They're just 7 normal Korean boys from Korea.
They do seem like it, I gotta say.
bringing it all back to Sugar. During the B notes, Sugar sang the Telepathy chorus sort of acoustically.
True, we moved past those B notes way too fast.
Quick. I watched them all like once.
Same
and I was
here.
Like, next.
Yeah, it was part of like an avalanche of content for the Essential Edition, I think, but then right away they got into butter promotion.
What if we just dropped a bunch of content?
That's right. And so there just wasn't enough time to process. But I love those little notes where you just hear them sort of singing a cappella, and they're so good.
별일은 없지 아픈 곳은 없겠지 난 요즘에 글쎄 붕 떠버린 것 같아 마시금 덕에 이런 노래 쓰네 이거 너를 위한 노래 이 노래 이 노래 에이.
All right. That's all I have to say.
That's all I have to say.
How about Telepathy?
So, to recap, our honorable mentions are RM and JK, and our MVP is?
Our MVP is Suga, as if there was any kind of doubt.
Any doubt.
As usual, I will link to all the clips that we used in our description below.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow us on Instagram and Twitter to become a cheerleader.
We love you, cheerleaders. Thanks so much for watching. This has been BTS MVP.